I thought I would talk about what's considered as my most spectacular outing, if you put it that way, was when I was with the Cubs, and it was June the 6th in 1963, and it's in Wrigley Field, and we had a full stadium, and we were playing the Giants, and the Giants had come to town with a 4-game lead in the National League, and the Cubs were in second place of all things. In my first year I was with the Cubs, and they played a 4-game series, and so we played Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We won those 3 games, and now it's Sunday, and if we win this game, then we're tied for first place in the National League against the Giants. And so Dick Ellsworth, starting pitcher, he pitched into the 10th inning. They went to overtime. The game was 2-2, and he got in trouble in the 10th inning, and that's when they brought me into the ball game. I'd saved one of the games already in that series, so they brought me in the game with the bases loaded and 1 out. And I came into the game, and the first thing that happened is we had a pickoff play at second base, and we picked Willie Mays off second. And with Andre Rogers and Dick Bertale, my catcher, and if Andre thought he could get behind the runner at second, he would give a sign to the catcher that this play was on, the pickoff play was on, and then he would give me the sign that the pickoff play was on, and I would just stand like I'm taking the sign from the catcher, and all at once when the catcher puts his mitt down, then I just wheel and throw to second without him looking and hoping that Andre is there, you know. Well, the timing was perfect, and Willie Mays was two steps off the base, but he didn't even move, and he was tagged out. And so that was the second out, and of course the crowd went wild, you know. That's 2 outs now, and a tie game. And so Ed Bailey was the hitter, left-handed hitter. Like I mentioned before, I like left-handed hitters. I struck him out on 3 pitches, and so that retired the side, and I walked to the dugout and got a standing ovation, you know, again, from the those crazy Cub fans. And I was the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 10th inning. And Billy Parrish was the pitcher for the Giants, and so I think he got behind me like 2 balls, 1 strike, and he threw a slider that didn't do too good, and I parked it over the fence, you know, home run. And so that was a game-ending home run, and the whole team met me at home plate, you know, when I rounded the bases, and the Cubs went wild. They won, you know, 3-2, and so that all happened within just a few minutes, you know, bang, 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 just 3 things in a row, and so. But I think the next day in the Chicago Tribune newspaper, they had a whole sequence of me picking Willie Mays off the base at second. Because he got to the dugout when he was picked off, and he fined himself $500 for getting picked off. So in those days that was quite a bit of money, but you know, today it's not. But anyway, that was a really neat highlight there, and in Cub history, and I went on that year to lead the league in relief pitching, so that was real neat. So I thought I'd talk about that one experience, because sometimes I talk to young people and I talk about highlights and lowlights. And I had both. I had highlights and lowlights, because that's the way life is. Life is never just like this, you know. It's always ups and downs. And so life is challenging, and so we have to be able to meet the challenges that we face. and so we can learn a lot about life, I think, through baseball, because baseball is always challenging. And I think just like Satchel Paige says, never look back, because someone may be gaining on you. And so just keep focusing on what you are to do, and don't let the down times get you so down that you can't keep going and make a comeback. And so the main thing is don't quit. Don't quit when the going gets real tough and everything, and stay with it. And so those are lessons that we learn.